It's finally done. My Legends roster, NBA's greatest. So you can find this on Xbox Live. I'll put the information on the screen. So sorry PlayStation 4 people, this is not on PS4 or whatever you call it, PSN. So it's not on there because I don't have a PS4 and I probably wouldn't have even had the time to do this on PlayStation 4. But I'll talk about a couple of important things here. So all of the players that I did not edit, if you remember, 2K came out with a patch that decreased every single player's standing 3 and moving 3 by 8 points. So any player that is not an Onyx version or any player that is a Legend player that I just switched over to the current day roster, they haven't been affected by that patch. It only affected the modern players like now. So like for example, Joel Embiid's standing and moving 3 were probably decreased by 8, while Allen Iverson's were not, and the Onyx Andre Iguodala, I did not switch his 3-pointer. I didn't decrease it by 8 even though I knew the patch was there. I kind of thought about it late and I had already done so many of these, so I just decided not to. By the way, side note, I totally have Bob Cousy on here. I just completely forgot to copy him over, so he's on there. Trust me, I have his jump shot from the gold card and everything. Which brings me to my next point, is that for the gold legends, a lot of them, I don't have everything in their signature. I tried. I think I have all of their jump shots, at least. All of their signature jump shots from MyTEAM. I found them all. I have all of their ball handling packages and stuff, but like post hook and like post fade, some of them I might not have. Some of them I actually have in MyTEAM, so I actually got to use them and test to see what they were. So some of them I have some of their signature, but if they don't, if they're missing something, then I just changed it to like normal or big, whatever was more appropriate. But I definitely have all their jumpers, all their tendencies, and I even threw in some dunk packages if they were like a really good dunker, like David Thompson. He has a 100 dunk tendency, by the way, so he has some nice dunks. I took note of that. So yeah, you see I have a lot of like the Onyx version players on here, like for example D Will, AK-47, Carlos Boozer, John Stockton, but a lot of them are just legends that I just switched over and didn't edit at all. And a lot of the modern day players I edited, as you saw, like LeBron James. And also another important thing, guys who had better seasons last year than this year, I edited some of their ratings. Like if they had like a 90 something rating, like Carmelo Anthony here, like that's a perfect example. So I edited his rating because he had a breakout, well, not a breakout year, he had a career season last year, so I just changed his ratings. Basically, if they were higher in areas last year that were lower this year, I changed them to the day 1 roster ratings, and if they were higher this year than last year, I just kept them the same, if that makes any sense. And also I created Lamar. I didn't create him, so there's a cyberface Lamar Odom in the free agency. I gave him stats based on his ratings in 2K12 and tendencies like 2K12, and I didn't change his badges at all or anything. So that's kind of cool. If you want me to do like a video on that, I can. And yeah, there were Onyx players that I didn't change too, like Vlade Divac, as I'm sure you saw. Monte Ellis, I didn't change. Pau Gasol, I didn't change. He has a higher rating with the Bulls than his Onyx version has. So yeah, there were players that I did not edit that, you know, have Onyx versions. And also I didn't add Fat Lever and Alex English. I know, like, I wanted to get them in there, but you know, you gotta finish the roster sometimes so you can actually play with it. So if you want to create Fat Lever on your own, feel free, because he is missing. He has like an 89 rating. So, and as you can see, I've had some Sapphire players in there too. So you just saw Jalen Rose. Yeah, he's one of the Onyx players I did, and I have their jump shots too. So basically, if they appeared on my team, I found their jump shot on my own. So yeah, I did that. No pink diamonds, because those are just cheese. Those ratings aren't real at all. So no pink diamond cards. So yeah, And here, so for you people who actually stuck around for this video, here's here's Raptors Vince Carter. Here's how I changed the ratings to fit this season a little bit better. I don't know exactly what I changed, but here I'm just gonna quickly scroll through these attributes. I did change the dunk, like I used the Onyx Nets Vince Carter basically for the tendencies. So they had dunk tendencies and they were all 99, but I just changed them to 100, and I just kept the badges the same because they really didn't play any different, you know, like that Nets Vince Carter and the Raptors Vince Carter in terms of the badges, because he already had gold posterizer, gold transition finisher, that kind of stuff. So I just, yeah, left those the same. Yeah, and yeah, so that's my Raptors Vince Carter. Gonna be happy to use him in 2K16 though, because I don't want to see that beard. But yeah, you see the Yao, that was if you remember the Simbular, I just changed Simbular to Yao Ming pretty much, changed a few other things. But yeah, George Gervin, I gave him some more dunk packages. Yeah, I did give him more dunk packages because that was like an old George Gervin, so I had to switch like some of the dunk tendencies and yeah, that kind of stuff. Tom Chambers Sapphire version, added some dunk packages on him. So yeah, I'm just gonna scroll through these the rest of the way. Like I said, I got Kevin Durant back to his day 1 roster form, so he's at a 95 now. And yeah, I actually made a fantasy my league, so yeah, you wanna stay in tune for that because I think my team is pretty beastly. I will tell you that I started with Dr. J. It was so hard to pick one player, and I didn't want to like abuse Michael Jordan, LeBron James, or Kobe Bryant, because I know for a fact if I had one of those guys on my team, I would just not want to pass the ball at all. So I had to kind of tone it down a little bit, pick Dr. J to start my team, because I have like a formula for what I do with my teams in my league and like my GM. I have like a formula, and it's always worked for me. So usually what I look for in my 5 positions on the floor, I look for a point guard who can distribute the ball and finish at the rim and play some defense. I look for at least some perimeter shooting. Doesn't matter if they're the small forward or shooting guard. I like some athleticism in my small forward and some defense for my small forward. My center has to be able to rebound, or okay, I have to have one of 2 things. I have to have a power forward who can stretch the floor and be like a hybrid kind of stretch 4, or the power forward has to be like a scrapper kind of go after every single rebound kind of player, or I have to have a center who's a low post scorer or who plays that DeAndre Jordan kind of role. So like my starting 5 to fit this kind of mold, I have Gary Payton, I have Klay Thompson, Julius Erving, I have Chris Bosh, I changed him to a power forward, and I have who's playing center? Andre Drummond. So yeah, that fits the bill perfectly. And then coming off the bench, I have World Be Free, because I wanted to replace Gary Payton to get some shooting in there if I needed to. So I have a really good strategy. I think I'm playing on Hall of Fame, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this roster. Have some fun. It's been Brian D for 3. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.